So good morning, everyone. It is Mitchell, aka the Walker in Orlando, and welcome to another resort tour. Today's resort tour takes us to Disney's Vero Beach Resort here in Vero Beach, about 2 hours outside of Orlando. This is another Disney Vacation Club resort. This is one of the ones that we're actually staying at. We actually were lucky enough to stay out. Kayla stayed here multiple times. My parents have stayed here. This was my first time staying here. But as per usual, it's resort tour time, so we're going to start out here at the very front because there are a couple things I want to show you out here. So this right here is the main entrance point where you'll drive in. Right behind me is a security checkpoint, a security guard. I'm not going to turn around and show that because I don't like showing that stuff. But I'll show you guys across the way here, there is a small lake slash pond area. And over there, they have tennis courts, they have a basketball court, and they have a couple small trails as well. Now you may wonder, how do you get over there? Do you walk down and across? Nope. Right here, there is a tunnel. And this tunnel takes you underneath the street and across the way over to the other side. And so then you can go over there, you can do tennis, you can do basketball, you can explore. They have a eating facility over there as well. I have footage, hopefully I'm putting in for that to show you guys that as well. And so that's actually a really cool thing to see. We were over there, it's a lot of fun. Something to check out, especially if you're looking for those recreational things as well. So once you drive up past the security, you then have the area for the check-in. So this is like where you can check in, this is where you pull up. It's a little walkway right here. And as we walk on up, you can see they've got Tick-Tock Croc from Peter Pan. Now, I thought they were going to have a sign kind of like they do at Disney's Hilton Head, but all it says is just welcome home members and guests. Because in fact this is a Disney Vacation Club, members can book stays here, but you can also book stays if there are available rooms. This is going to be one of your smallest resorts that is here at any Disney property or at any Disney Vacation Club, so this tends to fill up very quickly. We were lucky we found this like last minute. I say last minute, like we found it a month ago before we got married, so we're kind of like treating this as our honeymoon. So once you come up, you drive on up, you get this little covered area, and I do love, Kayla did point out the chandeliers, I do love the chandeliers. So then you're going to turn up, you're going to go right here to the stairs, go up these stairs, and actually it's pretty cool is they do have a entrance out here that leads you right into the Island Grove Packing Company, aka the the gift shop here. And then off to the left can take you over to some stairs, but nothing over there. So we're going to go into the first part of these doors, lead you into the lobby. So they've got lovely seating areas, some lovely sea art. Then onto the other side, they've got sea turtles because this resort is very famously known for the different turtles, especially all the work they do with the turtles, having the Tour de Turtle every July. So they are very much a turtle-heavy resort. So now we're going to go to the main lobby area. And this lobby is got some of the best smells. And so when you walk in, right off to the left is the check-in desk area. And we'll get to it, but up onto the second level, you can see right there, there's what's called the green cabin room. Off to the right here is the other entrance into the Island Grove Packing Company, the general store, and you can see the store hours. Now again, these store hours could change, but right now for us, they're 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Over on the left, you can see they've got some of the selection they've got, a lot of Vero Beach stuff. I thought about getting a shirt, but I don't really need one. It's a pretty cool hide, actually. Bags, totes, and stuff. And then because of it being very heavily themed towards Florida, got all these nice things with Donald Duck on the middle. Some Indian River Sunshine Group because we are next to the Indian River. And then right here, usually they have water, like fruit-infused water. So it's really cool to see that right here. You can kind of get another view of their chandelier. So this is the main inn building. So this is the inn. This is the middle building. This is actually the building we're staying in right now. And so this puts you kind of close to everything. And so you've got all that right here. Really comfy chairs, lots of seating space. They do a lot of cool things in here. They have stuff for the kiddos. They do paper airplanes that they throw all the way to the top floor. They throw down. And I never would see that at another Disney resort. Give you some waypoint. We came in through those doors, went off to the right, we walked around this way, and now we're on the other side to give you another view. And we'll go up to the top floor so you can see that the middle thing right here actually does have a turtle as a compass. So really cool. Like I said, we'll show you that, and we'll give you kind of a better view of it. Behind us is the doors that lead us out into like the main walkway areas. Off to the right, or to the left for you guys, is the check-in, but we're actually going to head off this way to the left because it'll take us down towards the spa. We're going to be coming into the next section, which is kind of like your kids zone, your teenager zone. So they have a lot of cool things from over the years with, like they've got cool things about what there is to do, some old stuff. There's a whole wall here in a minute I'll show you. What's cool is that the kids can actually, or teenagers can come over, they can rent games from the front desk, they can play the games in here. They're really outdated though because they still have all Xbox 360s. They do have a TV that has the resort view. They do have charging stations, so if you need to charge anything of your phones or anything, they've got USB-C, they've got the classic USB, they do have a lightning cable so you have a place to charge your phone while you're doing that. You can see right over here, this is where they have their options of games that you can rent. So I'm pretty sure you go over and you do that, and it gives you the rental policy. So you'll have a 2-hour time limit. And then if you do not return a video game, it's $50, and if you do not return a controller. So then you gotta present the whole card. So if you want to play Toy Story 3, you gotta take this card to the front desk so they can give you it. We only have 2 hours with it, so you can see also they do also do have a PS4, but it looks like that when you play, you're gonna stand and watch, or you can pull one of the chairs over to do that. So then we walk through this door, this room right here. We're now going to continue on to the next room, and now you're faced with a cannon. I've got a cannon of a question to ask you. But they still got just really cool, like pictures of Vero Beach from that back in the day. Like there's the first high school band that was organized in 1935. All the different things. Welcome to youngsters receive a big welcome upon their arrival in Vero. Because this is in the treasure cove, or treasure shore. Dodgertown, winner of National League champion. Really cool. There's a set of bathrooms. Kind of considering going there and looking at them, but if you're looking, that's where you came. You came down this walkway right here. More stuff. Now, so we leave this room, you're going to turn around and go into this space, and this is actually going to be where the spa is going to be. So you can see right there where the door is open, that door is closed, is where the spa is. But what's pretty cool is there's more spaces to hang out in here. This is like more game spaces. In some of the tables, they have the space, they have the area to play like different games, they have different puzzles people have created. You can also pick up puzzles and things like that, or games. But what I love is this wall of Disney, because they are very big about conservation here at this resort and across Vero Beach because of all the turtle activity they've got. And one of the biggest people for conservation was Walt Disney himself. So I love that they have all these pictures and stuff of him. He says, I do love this quote. It says, we learn a lot from nature and action. Among other things, each creature must earn its right to live and survive by its own effort, according to its wits and energy, the things which human relationships would call moral behavior. So, essentially, this is the Walt Wall. So it's really, really cool. Then, like I said, they got more pictures and stuff of people. Sundays by the sea, kind of various artists. But see, then they got a whole puzzle area, so that's really cool. That's kind of where they at. And then they do have a lending library as well, where you can leave a book, take a book, explore books and everything else. I mean, it's kind of a small selection, not the end of the world kind of selection, but like it's still pretty cool. Alright, so we just walked down that path right there, walked that way. We turned, and we're going to come back into the main lobby space again. But what's kind of cool is I want to turn around, is right behind me. So essentially, here's that game room right behind you. You can send letters just like you can like at in the parks, at any resorts. And I'm pretty sure you'll have a special stamp for Vero Beach. I don't know if it's Disney's Vero Beach, but from here we're going to continue on. We're actually going to come up and go to the left. So we went to the right starting, and now we're going to go to the left to do this, to go next. I will also tell you this is not a huge resort. So, just be aware that it's very small, very quaint, and very quiet. But before we get into this space, which is like the kids' space, because they got little tiny chairs for the little kids. They have press your own quarter. You have a quarter machine with crush and squirt, which you do have to provide your own. It's not like some of the ones that we've seen nowadays where they provide their own. Or you get press pennies. So you got Mickey, just a normal Mickey, but then you got Vero Beach Resort. But then you got Mickey with a surfboard, so that's pretty cool. So 50 cents because you did to do 2 quarters. So it actually left a penny in that one. Then you come into like another just seating area, nice little seating space. And so a place where kids can sit and watch the TV. You got little chairs for the little ones. And then again, they've got Sea Grape, which I think is like a oh yeah, it's like a specialty seating area where you can go in. Like if you're having anything going on, you go in there and look at all that stuff. And then down the way is Wind and Waves Grill, Market, and Bar. So it's Wind and Waves has multiple things. Right now you have the grill, which is the main food area, like a sit-down restaurant. And I will tell you, we ate there the other night, and it was actually really good. We got more pictures and stuff. And they also always do show the dinner specials for the day of. And this is where you check in. So then we're coming right outside the end. So if you walk right outside, then you have this big lawn space, and they call this the croquet lawn. Now, you can actually have other events out here, and actually one of the things is you actually get married out here. And Kayla actually considered this as a spot for us to get married, so. And honestly, I wouldn't have been okay, but she's like, we can't really see the ocean. You can hear it, but you can't see it. And they do this for the sole reason so that turtles, if they come up to lay their eggs, this kind of deters them from coming up any farther. And for people not to mess with them. So we're just going to go off to the left. Sorry, the camera's fogging up. It's very humid out here. So we're going to go off to the left of the resort if you leave the inn. So to give you a waypoint, we walked from this way, so this walkway leads you to the end. And the reason I stopped here is because off to the left here is going to be what is called the cottage. So there are 4 of these cottages. These are the equivalent of the 3-bedroom grand villas here. And hopefully, if I'm good enough, I'll put pictures in of what they look like and or the floor plan as well. And so these are the big ones. These are not even listed on their website. You actually have to call, and they also don't have very many of them. Like I said, I think there's only 4, maybe 5 of them on this property. So, but off to the left right here is Vacation Home 12. These are going to have more of your 1 to 2 bedroom villas. The end is going to be your deluxe studios. I mean, there are other deluxe studios as well. So I'm going to show you pictures of everything like I normally do, where I show you the layouts, the floor plans, and some pictures of those rooms and stuff here so you guys can see that. And we're going to continue on walking this pathway. We're going to pass another one of the cottages. So I think I've got a new goal, is to stay at one of the grand villas at Disney's Hilton Head and to stay at one of these cottages because they do overlook the beach. Now, you don't have direct access to the beach, so you still go to the one as well. But see, like, this is also a handicap accessible one because it's got a ramp. So that's really nice of them. And it has 2 stories. Lovely. And so then you also have hammocks everywhere on this resort. And I think it's so cool to see that. So Vacation Home 12 is right here. And we're going to continue on this pathway. Looks like they're doing some tree work. But we're going to head down this little pathway right here because we're looking for where the campfire is. Now, we were going to do the campfire the other night, but again, because we were so worn out, we didn't do it. And so the campfire is going to be down this little pathway past Vacation Home 12. It's going to be right back in this little area right here. So they do campfire, they'll do s'mores, they'll do the sing-along, everything of that nature. Now, I do want to point something out when we leave here, and I think it's kind of an interesting thing to note. So if you're staying here at Disney's Vero Beach and you happen to walk around either early morning or late at night, you may notice the lamps. Well, they've got this weird yellow tint on them. Well, the yellow tint is intended for the turtles, because apparently, and I'll find the sign later and I'll even put it up here, apparently is that the turtles don't see the yellow tint as bad, but if there was that bright white light like you normally would see, it actually would scare them off. And they don't want to lay, they won't want to lay their eggs in this area, and that means they're not going to want to lay their eggs in this beach area. So Vero Beach has gone out of their way to make all of their lights, outdoor lights, majority of them, these yellow tinted, especially if they're closer to the beach. And so like over at the pool, they have the giant spotlights, but those are also yellow tinted as well. So it's very much, tells you how much they are about the conservation and the health of these sea turtles, especially during nesting season. And they do talk about during nesting season, it is very important that if you're at any of the rooms that faces towards the beach, you have a beach view room, that you actually either turn your lights off or close your blinds so that those harsh lights aren't being shown through, because they found that turtles will not want to lay their eggs anywhere near it. And because one, it's a big deal to see these turtle eggs or see these nesting sites, and also for like the conservation side of it, they want to be able to preserve that, but they also want them to continue laying their eggs in natural habitats for these sea turtles. And so that's actually one of the things they'll tell you, and that usually runs, like I said, it's like May 1st through October 31st is nesting season for turtles. So all summer long, and the reason they do a tour to turtle is because it takes about 60 days for turtles to hatch, and so you have to let those incubate and everything else. And they will mark them on the beach, and I'll try to show you that when we'll go over there as well of that. So if you have a beach view room during nesting season, beware, they're going to ask you to close your blinds or turn off your lights. Looking for cottage 1150 or 1250, it's going to be down this walkway. And if you're looking for vacation home 12, or the building 12, it's down this walkway. So we walk back up, and that's also where the campfire is. So now we've walked back up to the croquet lawn and up to the end. And like I said, after we do the walk here, we're going to go up to the big green room, and actually I may go up there now because I think because it's open. Let's go up there and look at that right now. So here's kind of the green cabin room, and it's kind of like a nautical themed. We actually came in here the other day, and actually Kayla said it kind of feels like a like one of the adult only lounges here, like on the Disney cruise. And I was like I don't believe it. And then when we walked in here, looked around, and it is true, because they have all the nautical things, everything else of that nature, all the alcohol, because they are open right now for coffee, but they do reopen later, or especially drinks and food and stuff. But really cool. And then we're gonna go out there and look out. It's a really cool view actually out there. So then there's kind of the view when you walk out of the green cabin room. So it's on the second floor in the inn building. And if I remember to look closely, I'll get a picture of the menu for breakfast, for coffee, and for evening time. See what they've got, so I can show you guys that, so you guys can see what there is. All right, so now we are going to go off to the. All right, so now we are going to go off to the right. So we went to the left first, saw Vacation 12, first two cottages, and the campfire. Now we're going to go off to the right. And this is where we're going to have most of our stuff. So over here, you're going to have Wind, Waves, and Grills. Here's the other entrance you have to go into the restaurant. So this is their their sit-down restaurant. This is their sit-down restaurant they have here. They do offer breakfast, and they offer dinner. And dinner was very good. Though I will say, some of the stuff we've had, the other couple nights we've had dinner elsewhere, those have been good as well. But I think this, for sure, is better than anything else we've had. Oh, here's the thing I wanted to show you guys. So, right over here, it says all the things you need to know about sea turtles. So if you want to read that, just give the video a quick pause. Hold your ear a little longer as well. But yeah, if you're interested about the sea turtles, that's what they have. That's the big thing about here. And also, right outside, they do have an area for cornhole. And then across the way right here, they have another hammock. Hammocks are kind of everywhere. And so we're actually going to go up into this area, and as you guys see, there's the pool. So then if you walk up this little pathway right here, you kind of come up to a little seating area, and this is going to be where the Wind and Waves bar is. So this is the outside bar, aka the pool bar. As you see right here, Wind and Waves. So that's where you come up, you can get some drinks here if you like, but also in this area as well is the Wind and Waves Market. It all kind of stems off the same area. So right in here is your marketplace, where you can get your drinks, you can order food, you can order little things if you need. So you come right in here, you can see all that. You got the market, so over there you order your food, you order hot food and everything else like that. They've got lovely decorations. Over here they got a grab-and-go drink station, coffee, stuff for coffee. They have another grab-and-go section right here where if you need some things, they've got stuff right there. If you need anything like donuts, bagels, some cereal, mac and cheese, they do have something that have here. I will tell you, it will be a little way more expensive than if you could maybe rent a car and just go to Publix right down the way just to buy that stuff there. And then also they do have sweet treats. They do have plenty of muffins. Right now they're all over there waiting to be put in. Sweet treats, you have pumpkin cheesecake, cupcake, a s'mores cupcake, which we had last night, a chocolate salted cupcake, whoopie pies as well. Then you can actually build your own salad if you like, and they do have sandwiches as well for lunch. So as we continue down the walkway, you got, like I said, the walkway right here, the bar, then the market. Come down here, and this is where you're going to have your community hall, but also your Anchors Away, aka your fitness center. So I'm going to see if I can go in here. Now, if anyone in here, I won't record, but because I'm weird like that. So we'll see if I can go in here. Oh, I can. Oh, so here is the community halls right in here. So that's pretty cool, actually. This is where they were actually playing Coco last night. They were going to play on the croquet lawn, but they didn't actually because of the rain. And then the fitness center is right down the way. So no wet bathing suits, no smoking. 11 years and under cannot access it. So unfortunately there was like 4 or 5 people in there, so I cannot film. So I hope I'll find a picture of it. I'll put it right there so to show you guys see what it looks like. I'm trying to get to a point where I can see the pool without interrupting, because it looks like they are doing some training stuff this morning for lifeguards. So then you have the one and only pool here at Vero Beach Resort. Pretty good sized pool, lots of places to sit actually. So here is the main pool. There is the water slide that they've got, which actually did the water slide. It was a lot of fun actually. And then there's a spa. Within this area as well, they have a splash pad. There's a tiger lily, which I think I'm going to try to walk down farther down the way to look at. Oh, looks like the pool area is open, so we'll go over there and look at that. And they also have a mini golf course, which I'll show you here in a second. But I do want to show you, so if you need to get towels or you want any equipment or anything, you're going to come down the way. So to give you some references, we came from there, it's the Anchor Away. There's bathrooms and showers right in there. Then there's an activity center, and then the rental place. So this is where you want to get your towels, get stuff for the mini golf, rent anything. This is where you're going to come right here. So yeah, if you want to rent a bike, they actually do bike rentals, but it's weird, they don't do it like Vero Beach where it's an all-day affair. Like, there is a lot of places to ride your bike here, but at Hilton Head it's more apparently you need it to get place to place on busier days. Here you just don't need it that much, so you just use it to just check out the trails. So like here you can rent it for either an hour, which is like $4, or you can rent it for the entire day for $15. And like I was saying, there are plenty of seating area as well here. They've got not only just the lounges, but then they also have like tables and chairs. Here you're going to have the Tiger Lily, which is the splash pad for the kiddos to hang out in. And Kayla actually said that it's actually been refurbished since the last time she came, and so it looks a lot better. She said it looks a lot more gold, looks like it's clean, and all this stuff. And so I was like, I believed her. But if you go right past the Tiger Lily, right next to where the slide is, and it's actually a giant slide. And they do slide races here, so that's actually pretty cool. You have the Portholes Mini Golf. It's a 9-course mini golf course that runs all the way to the edge of the pool right here. And normally you're supposed to pay for it. It's like $2 or $3 per person, but almost every time the one time we did it, they didn't make us pay, and they haven't really made anyone pay, so I don't think they're really making you pay. I think on busier days when they need to control how many people are doing it, they may implement it then, but sometimes they won't. So you can kind of see more of the mini golf course through the trees and the foliage here. And so this is actually cool just to see this. So we just walked past Ebb and Flow again, walking around the outer edge to continue down to show you where some of the other vacation homes are, and show you a couple of the other cottage locations. Honestly, there's not much more to show outside of that. Like I said, this is an extremely smaller resort than I anticipated it being, so I think this is vacation home 14. So 14, if you're staying in vacation home 14, these are your rooms. And like I said, some are just the deluxe studio styles, but they do have the 1 to 2 bedroom varieties that they usually offer. And so right here you have 1450, aka the Leatherback Cottage. Some people are staying there. I did see them staying there last night. So we're going to continue down this little pathway. It looks like they have 5 cottages, so that's what the total is. But this is vacation home number 14. We're going to come up, and then here's 1475, the Green Turtle Cottage. If I'm going to stay anywhere, I want to stay in the Green Turtle Cottage. I don't know why. Oh, and there are people staying in that one because they have the little sign out that says, room is currently occupied. You'll find at Disney resorts they no longer do the do not disturb ones anymore, but they just only say room is occupied to let whoever's coming in to clean know that they are in there. And then here's vacation home number 15. So again, walking down this pathway, there's the pool. 1415 right here. And this sounds a little deceiving. It says beach access, pool, recreation, market. It says that way, but really it's all that way. Now, everything is in super close walking distance here. So that is a really positive thing to see. So I think they have 6 total cottages. So we're going to continue walking down to the edge of the resort down here. Now, when it comes to parking for all of these rooms, they do all have what is called garage style parking. And so you can essentially park underneath the building, and you take elevators or stairs up to the next level. So then here is cottage 1550, the Hawksbill Cottage, and 1575, the Olive Ridley Cottage. And now, with that, you've reached the end of the resort. As I said, not a very big resort, not in a bad way. This is why it's really hard to get into this resort to stay at. So that's why it's very big, to check constantly. If you're a DVC member, it's good to check all the time, see if your points you can get in here, or you buy into the resort. But I will pre-warn you, if you buy into this resort, it is the highest annual maintenance fees or annual fees, because the insurance for this resort is very high. Because of being on the East Coast, they do deal with a lot of hurricanes, so that's another reason. That's another thing to be mindful of, is if you decide to come during the summertime into hurricane season, you will probably get hurricanes. But I'm going to show you one last thing. I'm going to show you the beach access and show you where you can rent the loungers for there and anything else you might want to rent right out there. So continue back essentially the way we just came. So I gave you a retrospect from the end of the resort to here. It took me about 3.5 minutes to walk. So now we're going to look for the beach access points. So there are going to be 2 beach access points you can access. We're not going to access the first one, but there is this one right here, which again, right across from the pool. It's about halfway down the pool levels and everything. So right down here, this will take you right to the beach. But if you want to go to and see, it says dark beach. Beaches lead to bright futures with the turtle. But I do love the overgrown tree line. But if you're looking for the main one, it's right down there, right where the entrance of the pool. There's a pool entrance right there where that buggy is, where the Pargo is, or the golf cart, whatever they're called. That's the other one that we'll take. So now you walk up through underneath the tree line, and now you've entered into their beach deck. So this is where you're going to have the green cabin. This is where you're going to have your beach rentals. So this is where you're going to rent a lounge chair, a canvas chair, umbrella, cabana, umbrella and lounge set, umbrella and canvas set, cabana and lounge set, and body boards. And then underneath they have a sign for what you can rent. You can rent jet skis, you can rent paddle boards, surfboards, boogie boards, and that'll be right underneath us. But any of these green and tan ones, these guys are going to be for the ones that you can rent from the Vero Beach Resort and from the cast members here. And you can actually see they have the walkway. And you actually see the walkway actually extends farther down, but I think that's for when there's more beach erosion. But this also will tell you all the information about what the tide is, how warm the water is, but they've not been out here quite yet to do that. So it isn't even 9 o'clock yet, and yet I've been up since 6:30 because I can't sleep. But like I was telling you, the cottages, these are the cottages right here. You can actually see they line the beach. So you can see everything. But still, it's amazing. Literally, anywhere from any of the rooms, it's less than a 5-minute walk to the beach. Kind of the difference between here and Hilton Head. Hilton Head, you kind of have to take kind of a farther, you take a farther walk to and from. It's not even a walk. You have to take a boat, a bus, or a car, or ride a bike to do it. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and call it for the resort tour here for Disney's Vero Beach Resort and Disney Vacation Club Resort. And overall, like I said, this is a very nice resort. It's a lot smaller than I anticipated it being, and it was a lot smaller when we first checked in. I realized how close everything was. But it kind of benefits that everything is so close, so you don't have to go too far away to get things. Like for us, like going to the market, Wind and Wave Markets for breakfast has not been too bad, or for lunch or dinner whenever we ate there. Plus, we are so close to the ocean that literally you can hear the ocean waves in the background. It is such a nice resort. Very quiet, very peaceful. Like I said, very big into the conservation of the sea turtles. So I really do like that a lot. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you guys are looking to book a trip, make sure you do let me know so I can answer any question. If you've stayed here, let me know some of your favorite things about staying here at Disney's Vero Beach Resort. And I'm kind of curious what you thought about it. So with all that being said, as I do head on out, especially since the rain is starting to pick up a little bit more, I will see y'all next time.